Speaking of, so you thought Frawley was good. Do you think he's a fullback now? Is that debate settled?
I don't think so. It's really interesting listening to the Left Wing podcast, which gets a lot of heat from certain fans. You know, you get Luke Fitzgerald on there. One of his points is on Frawley. He thinks that he should have already left, Leinster to become the number 110, because he does want to be a 10, but he is now unfortunately this utility player who can play across the back line, and he isn't getting that opportunity to focus on 10. And then, of course, he plays for Ireland on the weekend. And where does he play? He plays at 15, filling in for somebody who was injured. But I certainly do think he has the talent. But I don't know where I would say his best position is 10. That's where I've seen him most play. He seems like a really good player. But he's so valuable having that player as well, though, that hybrid player who can play across the back line.
It really helps the 6-2 as well, having a player like that.
It does indeed, yeah. This exact point came up on the Breakdown podcast or show from Sky Sports in New Zealand, who mainly cover Super Rugby and all things the All Blacks. I'm sure a lot of our listeners have heard of them. And they were, John Kerman's point was that, a lot of, if a player does play 10 and 15, like him personally would like to see that player get more time at 10, develop himself as a 10, and then get time to step in at fullback. But first and foremost, 10 is probably the most difficult position on the field. So you need to get as much game time as possible. Like if you look at somebody like Barrett, he wasn't playing 15 half the time and 10. The other half at the beginning of his career, he was 10, established himself, and then he was moved back. So I think hopefully Frawley gets an opportunity to do that.